WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. How many independently bottled Aberfeldys have you had? This is, I think, my third in my life, and I've tasted 5,000 whiskeys. Ouch. So, Signatory Vintage, Small Batch Edition number 10, Aberfeldy, 2013 distilled, 2024 bottled. So we have a 10-year-old product here. Dark, rich Oloroso sherry influence. 48.2% ABV. Whiskybase number 250637. Now, this comes on the market, recommended retail price 69.90 euros, and it arrived end of April. I'm sorry, beginning of April, end of March. I'm going to compare it to the Aberlauer. I really do enjoy the Signatory Vintage independently bottled products, especially the small batch editions. Now, this is the small batch edition number 9, and it was an Aberlauer. This was 2012 to be exact, and bottled 2024, 250636. So also the recommended retail price of 69.90 euros. Aberfeldy belongs to Bacardi, and in the USA, Bacardi is represented by Dewar's Scotch. Now, I'm going to read a little bit from the Malt Whiskey Yearbook, because it says here, and that was kind of new for me, it says, Aberfeldy malt has been the backbone of the Dewar's blend for more than a century, okay? The Dewar's blend sold 42 million bottles in 2022, an impressive increase of 25%, and is the best-selling Scotch on the American market. The Aberfeldy single malt led a hidden existence for a long time, but following a release in 2024, sales have increased substantially to 1.4 million bottles annually. Aberlauer sells about 4 million bottles, the 8th best-selling single malt in the world, 1.4 for the Aberfeldy. Or, if you go to Dewar's, 42 million. That's a lot. Now, nothing compared to Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker is, I think, is it 200 million? Is it 400 million? I don't know. It's a lot, all right? It's a lot more than that. But, hey, Dewar's is a great product, and Stephanie that makes is the master blender there. She's doing a wonderful job. Now, this is the 10th, this was the 9th, and the Coile that I have is the 12th edition. So they brought out, Signatory Vintage has brought out 12 different bottlings in the small batch edition in the last 3 months. That's a lot of bottles. Now, some of them have been country exclusives. I think number 9 was, or 10 was just for Austria. That's got to be 8. Let me look at my list here. So 8 was for Austria only, 11 went someplace else. And they're doing some interesting stuff here. Both of these are 69.90. Both of these are Oloroso sherry matured. Aberlauer independently bottled, don't have it very often. Aberfeldy even less often. In the glass, a bisschen darker is the Aberlauer. On the nose. Oh, I like this. Now, I've been complaining, I'm going to use the word complaining here, about the heat of the Aberlauer of the Bühne at 48.2%. I've compared it to the core range. I do have an Aberfeldy core range product here, but it's not a core range. It's a limited edition. It's an 18-year-old wine cask finish. It just didn't fit. So I decided to compare it to this. Another product from the same edition here. Now, there's going to be there's quite a few people that have tried. There's been some people that have tried this, and actually they like this. We do get the raisins. We do get a little bit of that dark, fruity plum moment. I think prune moment. Think cherries. Think dark chocolate. But it does have a tiny little bit of a tartness, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of a mineral moment here going on. Over here, the Aberlauer. It's a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit less of the tartness. It's a little bit of, I also get a lot of cherries here. It's a good whiskey. Hot, but good. Let's try this. Cheers. It's got a little bit of heat as well. The Aberfeldy 10-year-old, I like this. It's got chocolatey moments, dark chocolate. It's got prune, dried plums. It's got a little bit of a mineral moment. I have the feeling that the heat is less evident than here. And I have the feeling that the sherry works better with the distillate here. Let's go over here to the Aberlauer. More heat, more leatheriness. A little bit more of a cherry. This is a dark cherry. This is a sour cherry. It's more astringent. This is a little bit more sour tart. This is a good C with water, maybe even C plus with water. This is without the water, C plus already. Both of these $69.90. What I find fascinating is I do not often find independently bottled Aberlauer or Aberfeldy. Thank you, Signatory Vintage. Thank you for doing that. Now, a personal request would be, why don't you just bottle it as cask strength in bourbon cask matured? Oh, that would make my day. But the small batch edition seems to be sherry, 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 Oloroso, Oloroso, Oloroso. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this and a little bit of water to this and see where I go, see what happens here. But both of these whiskeys are good examples of a cask-driven product, which means the distillate really doesn't shine. The spirit doesn't shine itself, but rather the casks shine more. Both of them have an extremely strong Oloroso sherry moment. Aberfeldy? I like a tiny bit better, I must admit. The dark chocolates, a little bit cocoa, cherry, plum, even a little bit of prune. This is good, especially with water. This is very good. I'm going to give this a C plus, B minus. Of the three, Coila, no thank you. I'm not a peat head. Buna, buy the 12-year-old is better. If you're going to go over here to the Aberlauer, try this first if you haven't tried the Cask einem. This is good, but this is better and 20 euros cheaper at the moment. I can't find anything from Aberlauer, sorry, from Aberfeldy that even comes close to this. The Aberlauer. More astringency, more tannins, more oak moment. More of a harmonious Aberfeldy sherry goodness. All right. As I said, C plus, B minus with water. Value for money, C minus. I don't think this is really worth 70 euros. Maybe. All right, give it a C minus. Yeah. Because of the uniqueness, because of I don't get many Aberfeldys at all independently bottled. I can actually say, if you want to try it, please do. If you want to try this, try something else first, and then don't even think about the Buna. Koile, yeah, if you want to. What is your favorite product from Dewar's or Aberfeldy? Write it down in the chat. I'd be very interested in hearing what you have. All right, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, and also sharing. See you real soon. WhiskyJason here. Good products. This Aberfeldy is a little bit better. Bye-bye.